Hi friends, it's Kayleen back with another video tour, and today I am so excited. We've got an all new for 2026 Keystone Cougar half-ton floor plan. So let's check this thing out. This fifth wheel has a mid bunk and still provides a pretty decent amount of living space, all in about 35 feet. Okay, so first we're gonna take a look around on the inside to make sure this floor plan is an awesome fit for you. Let's do a sneak peek of the rear living room and the middle bunk room, and then we'll get into a little bit greater detail. Okay, when you first step inside, this is what the rear living room looks like. As you can see, you've still got space for all of the fun hangout spots, theater seats, booth seating, and you've got a really nice sized kitchen in the back too. I absolutely love the accent lights underneath your kitchen and booth seats. And then a sneak peek of this mid bunk room. It's so tall in here. There's a lot of space to move around because this is on a slide. You've got the mirror, which makes it feel, I think, even just that little bit bigger, with kind of the optical illusion that having a mirror in a small room does. And if 2 full bunk beds is not enough for you, that pulls out to make a 3rd bunk bed in this middle bunk room. Okay, so before we get in depth, let's take a look at this. I really like this. It's kind of like a little coat closet, coat nook thing. I don't really know what these are called, to be honest. So if anyone wants to help me out in the comments, please do. But you've got this cute little seat here, space to hide shoes underneath, so you can sit down, tie your shoes up, and get ready to go outside. I love the little coat hooks that they've put in here as well, so you can hang up coats or keys, dog leashes, anything like that. So this is just clever, and it's not really in the way. And then there is some storage up above that area, as well as an additional closet. So as you can see, a lot of shelves in here. This can really fit quite a few things. And you've got your fuse panel underneath in case you need to access that if you blow a fuse on the campsite or anything. Again, hopefully not too many experiences going in there, but it is there in case you need it. Now, taking a look at the rear living room and kitchen, the slide out pops out with that full flush slide, all vinyl, no carpet. We love it. That's really the trend that we're seeing, and I think we'll continue to see in newer models through the years. You do have these 2 recliner theater seats with a big window in the back that slides open, so you'll get really nice airflow in here. This window does open too. I always think about those nice summer days going camping. Of course, you've got the AC, but if it's a breezy day, I love that natural airflow, and I think a lot of people that I've met do too. You also have a new switch as a dimmer switch for the 2026 models, and I really like it. You just press down or up to adjust your lights. It's super simple and user-friendly as opposed to the touch ones that you kind of have to like hold down and wait for the lights to go up or down. It's very easy. It's flush, so it doesn't take up a lot of room, and it works really well. So I like that new addition. Next to your theater seats, we've got the 12-volt refrigerator. Pretty typical amount of space for a fifth wheel this size. And then here's the freezer space. Nice, will definitely fit your ice cream and frozen pizzas. And then along the back, you've got this kind of L-shaped kitchen counter. This has great prep space, and if you love coffee and want to know where to put your coffee maker, back here with this pop-up power tower, I think would make a pretty good space. I don't want to go through and necessarily open all of the cabinets up, but as you can see, lots of storage space up above the kitchen, and then there's even more down here. And for kitchen appliances, you've got the 3-burner gas cooktop, oven, and microwave over here in this corner. But I just love the amount of counter space that you get. If this is important to you, let me know. I don't know, I guess from my own experience, because I don't get to go camping a lot since I work in camping, but I feel like counter space is pretty important. Prep space is pretty important. So if you've got camping stories about that, feel free to share. But this is something that always catches my eye when there's a lot of counter space. There's also this farmhouse style sink in the back with the removable spray nozzle. They've got the gold accents, which is nice and trendy. And for kitchen seating, you've got the booth and TV with a little bit of space to store some things surrounding the TV. This booth does drop down if you need to turn it into a bed for even more guests. But then you also will get these really big drawers underneath both booths. That's a really nice place to hide games, maybe a little blanket. And if you don't feel like you've got enough storage yet, you've got this 3-door tall, what I would call maybe a pantry, right next to the booth. So there is just so much space to put your things. This is really great packing space. Then as we head down the hallway, we'll turn into this bunk room. So taking a look in here, you've got, of course, the 2 bunk beds. They're pretty decent sized, and each one has outlet and USB hookups, so people that need to plug in phones, iPads, whatever it may be, have the access to do that. And there are 2 windows. They're both emergency exits, so keep in mind they don't slide up, but they do pop out. So whoever's sleeping in each of these beds can open those for some natural airflow. There is AC ducting in here, so they will get cool air on a hot summer night. But then behind me over here, there is space to put a TV. To be honest, this is like my one complaint about this floor plan. I feel like this is kind of awkward space for a TV, because if you're in this lower bunk, your neck is going to be like tilted way up, but maybe that's not a huge deal. Let me know what you guys think of the TV placement. Not nearly a deal breaker to me, but let me know what you guys think. And then down below that, there is closet space for the people staying in this room. Got dresser drawers down here. And then behind me is that mirror that makes this feel a little bit bigger. They did also put a little pop-up table here. So this could also make a desk area, like an in fifth wheel office. I could totally see this being transformed into a private office. And there's a lot of space, again, to actually move around, along with storage space, too. You could put a ton of stuff here if you're not using it for the conventional purpose of bunk beds. And it's got the outlet and USB right here, so if you're plugging in a laptop or something, you've got access to do that. This is what it looks like with that 3rd trundle bed pulled out. So it does block a decent amount of the floor space in here, but it does the job for just sleeping more people. I think this was a really smart ad to be able to have a higher sleeping capacity. And if you don't need it or think it's in the way, then you can just push it right back in versus having it in the way all the time. So I think this was clever. What do you guys think of this? I haven't really seen this on a mid-bunk fifth wheel before, so let me know in the comments. All right, now finally we will head up to the master bedroom bathroom in the hallway here. Pretty typical size and style for a master bathroom in a fifth wheel this size. Do have a good amount of space to walk around. You got the shower with the skylight here, towel hanger right there, toilet there, and then behind me, medicine cabinet mirror. We'll pop this open. You got a little space, and then you have your tankless hot water heater control, sink, and some storage below. Now for the master bedroom. It's prepped for a second AC. It does only come with the one, but you've got the Keystone Cougar standard king size bed, outlet and USB hookups with these little nightstand tables on each side, and you've got the closet space surrounding the master bed. You do have the windows on both sides, and there's space for a TV, so you can pop these windows open to let in some air, hook up a TV here, and then behind me you do have more closet space. So when we pull this open, you can put a combo washer dryer unit in here, but if you don't want to, this just makes for really awesome additional storage space. And then down below me you get 3 of these nice deep dresser drawers. And for even more bedroom storage, you do get this space underneath the king bed as well. So you can tuck away blankets and maybe some jackets that you don't always use or stuff you don't always need underneath here, so that when you do need those things, you can pop this open and get into the bed. Okay, I did this last time, so I'm going to do it this time. I closed up the slides, so if you pull over at a rest stop and you need to get in, this is what you're going to have access to while you're on the road without pulling any slides out. Okay, so we'll start with easy mode. Down the hallway, you can easily get into your bathroom and bedroom because there's no slides up here. But then for the kids' room, you'd struggle a lot more. The slide pretty much comes all the way in, so someone would have to squeeze into here. If you only had 1 or 2 small kids on a trip, they could get up into this bunk pretty easily, but this one is definitely harder to access with the slide out closed. And then for main living, I can squeeze in, but you can't be, I don't think, much bigger than me, and I'm 5'4" and not a really big person, but I can squeeze through. So if you've got a kid, this is a great time to put them to work. Send them through the slide and have them open up your fridge for some snacks, or open up your cabinets to grab some stuff that you might need if you're taking a lunch break on the road. All right, that just about does it for the views on the inside. Now let's head outside and take a look around the exterior of this fifth wheel. Walking around the front now, on the outside you can see the new Keystone Cougar decals. You've got the gold and black, and up front they've got the Kurt Helux pin box. I actually got to talk to the transport driver who pulled this in, and he did say that he could feel a difference with this versus just the kind of basic pin box. It seems like this has really helped with suspension from absorbing road shock, just creating an altogether smoother towing experience. Underneath here, you have your spare tires stored in this front compartment, and then you'll get the battery box that can fit 2 batteries, battery disconnect, and solar charge controller. This also has that tire pressure monitoring system already integrated in. On your campside, you have 1 of your 2 30-pound propane tanks, and then this is what it looks like in that pass-through storage compartment. Nice and tall storage with this puncture and water-resistant basement flooring that they've started to do. I love this versus having the vinyl flooring under here in the past. I love this as well, an inverted outlet on the outside. You can hook up a TV here, and they've got the awning controls for both of your 2 outdoor awnings, so that if you're hanging out outside, you don't have to go back in to move your awnings in and out. As you can see here, awning coverage is really great. You've got the big one right here coming over the doorway, outdoor speakers as well on the sides here, and then there is a second awning on this slide out, so this whole area is pretty much covered with awning coverage. Then as you head around the back, there is the ladder mounted on the back, backup cam prep, and in action here, you get to see this new system, the Keystone Safe View power inlet. Again, this doesn't necessarily replace, well, I shouldn't even say necessarily, it does not replace a surge protector, but this will show you by the color of the lights if you're plugged into reliable and safe power. As you can see, we're green, so that means good. And now finally heading to the off-cam side, you can see a tankless hot water heater on board for those nice warm showers. And then on the other side of your pass-through storage is your docking station. So first here, you've got the controls for your auto leveling. It's electric, 4-point. And then in this section here is all the good stuff for setting up camp. You've got your gray and black tank flushes, and then this pops open so that you can run your city water connection into here. You've also got your black tank flush, and you've got the solar on the side here. That's a cool addition if you want to plug another solar panel in to add to your solar energy intake. One more thing I'll point out, this just pops open, and it does have that new for 2026 Keystone control panel for your water management center. So if you are having any issues with anything on the inside, anywhere from your sinks to your washer and dryer, you can easily access those shutoffs right here, and you're able to turn off water to any of those places if they are happening to be causing you a problem. Of course, hopefully not. That does it for the tour this time. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. What do you guys think of this new Keystone Cougar? Let me know. Bye!